Alastor walks into the therapist's office, feeling nervous as heck. He didn't want to talk about his issues, but bottling them up simply wasn't healthy. He sat in a chair and waited his turn. He thought everyone was staring at him, judging him. He usually was a happy person, but for the last few days, he's been nothing but sad. He was sad because he missed someone. "Come on in, Alastor?" said the blue butterfly demon, sounding slightly surprised. The butterfly didn't think he would see such a happy demon in his office. Alastor went into the room and shut the door behind him. "I'm Danville. What brings you here, Alastor?"
"I miss my daughter."
"You have a daughter?"
"Yes, but I don't like talking about her. It's a long story."
"Well, I promise I won't judge. We have all the time we have here. Talking about it might actually help you cope."
"All right."
Alastor sat on the couch and prepared to tell a long story.
"It all started when I was still alive. I was waiting in the hospital as my wife was giving birth."
April 7th, 1931. "Here's your daughter, Alastor." The doctor gave Alastor the baby, a slight sad look on his face. "She's beautiful. How's her mother doing?" asked Alastor. "She didn't make it," the doctor said. Alastor was silent. He was in denial, but soon he accepted that the doctor was not lying. "Did she have any last words?" "Yes. Olivia." Alastor looked at his daughter, whose eyes were starting to open. Blue, just like her mother's. Olivia. Alastor named his daughter Olivia Roberts. Then he cried uncontrollably. He thought he couldn't raise a child alone, but he will try. "Olivia, your mother may not be there for you, but I am here for you. I will protect you no matter what. I promise." The baby gave a small smile in response. "So, you lost your wife and had to raise the child alone?"
"Correct. But it gets worse."
August 18th, 1934. "What have I done?" Alastor stares at the blood on his shaky hands, his mind and heart racing. He killed someone on accident. It was a simple alleyway fight that ended in Alastor stabbing the man in the heart with his pocket knife. He didn't mean to do this. All he felt was guilt. But yet, something about the murder he committed was enjoyable. He smiles and embraces the madness. He hides the body and cleans up, clearly planning to do it again.
"I killed a total of 6 people in a course of 3 years.
Might I ask, why?
I'll never know, but I regret it so much."
Alastor took a small 5-minute break before telling the final chapter of his story.
"Now, this is about how I died, and the last time I saw my daughter."
September 16th, 1937. "Goodbye, Daddy. I'll be good for the babysitter as always." "That's my girl." Alastor gave his daughter a kiss goodbye and left to go to his radio studio. Little did he know, he would never return home. He takes the shortcut through the woods, the autumn leaves crunching beneath his feet. He was enjoying his walk, but then the dogs came. One leaped and bit him in the neck, tearing it open. The other dogs began to bite and tear. Alastor wanted to scream, but all that came out was gurgles caused by the blood accumulating in his throat. The last thing Alastor saw was a shotgun aiming at his head. The last thing he heard was a gunshot. He woke up again, feeling different. He had antlers now. He looked around. The first thing he noticed was the sign saying, "Welcome to Hell."
Hello?
His new voice startled him. He sounded like a radio now. He smiles. He liked this new body. He walked into the gates and started his new life.
I never saw my daughter again. Nor do I think I ever will.
Tears were streaming down his face now. Danville comforted him. "Alastor, I'm so sorry all that happened to you. First your wife died, and you had to raise your daughter alone. Then you became a murderer by accident, and finally, you died a gruesome death."
Yeah, I try not to think about it, but lately, it's all I've been thinking about.
Well, I'm always here if you want to talk about them. Come back anytime.
Thanks, but I'm still worried about my daughter. I want to see her again, but she's either still alive or in heaven, assuming she didn't become a murderer like me. And if she is in hell, maybe I will see her again. Only time will tell.
That's a good mindset to have, Alastor.
Thank you.
Alastor left the room and went home. Sure, he's still sad, but he's way less sad than he was before.